What's up everyone, and welcome to a brand new Dragon Ball What If. This time we're doing things a little bit different. I've used characters like Cooler and the like in many of my What Ifs before, but never made a What If specifically about a movie character. So this time we're focusing on just that, Janemba, one of my personal favorite movie villains. I've wanted to do something like this for a while, and I think I found a fun angle. Let me know what you think and be sure to leave a like, so I know that you want me to continue. Let's try to get to 5,000. Since we're making Janemba canon, Pikkon will be canon by proxy, just keep that in mind, though he's not a huge part of the story. Anyways, let's begin. This is a universe where the Buu saga occurs as normal, up to the point where Mr. Satan begins befriending Majin Buu. Goten and Trunks train at the lookout, and Goku heads to otherworld. Right as Goku senses Gohan's energy and is going to teleport to him to the Kaioshin realm, he gets a message from King Yama. A powerful demon is attacking otherworld, and souls from the undead have begun appearing in the living realm. This happened because an Oni, one of the many servants of King Yama, left his post unattended for a moment, causing an explosion in the cleansing machine. Now that evil energy has combined itself with the Oni, transforming it into the demon Janemba. Meanwhile, in the living realm, Majin Buu sees this as a massive feast. While zombies attack him and Mr. Satan, he just turns them into candy and eats them. Mr. Satan is terrified by this. Goten and Trunks, on the other hand, use this as a chance to test their skills as they fight off the dictator. Goku thinks that Majin Buu was already too much to deal with, but if this is gonna slow down Gohan, Goten and Trunks, then he better take care of it. He meets up with Pikkon, telling him to take care of King Yama while Goku arrives in Hell. The story of the movie proceeds as normal, with Goku fighting Janemba's first form and announcing that the only other being to have ever made him use Super Saiyan 3 was Majin Buu himself. On Earth, Buu senses the transformation. Eventually, Vegeta appears to help Goku as Super Janemba begins to overwhelm him. Goku, who had just taught the kids fusion, thinks that it would be a great way to deal with Janemba. Vegeta refuses, but is eventually forced to change his mind, though the first fusion fails. Thanks to Pikkon's help, the second fusion is a success. On Earth, the kids sense their parents. Inspired by this great power, they show off Super Saiyan Gotenks and test his power out, sure that they will be able to defeat Buu with it. This is where big changes begin to happen. Goku, before fusing with Vegeta, thought Janemba was a crazy powerful guy that he'd love to fight again. Vegeta had no qualms about killing him, just to get things over with. Gogeta still uses the Soul Punisher to destroy the evil energy from Janemba after an intense, hard-fought battle. But the Stardust Breaker doesn't completely destroy all the evil energy. Instead, the evil souls that form Janemba survive as remnants that take refuge inside the Oni teenager's heart. The Janemba body fades away, leaving the little demon within behind. As Gogeta stares him down, the Oni runs away as the fusion runs out. But before the Oni can get too far, Goku teleports right before him. He puts a hand on his shoulder, stopping him. The Saiyan tells him just how awesome he was to fight and how many cool moves he used. He was very creative. It would be a shame if that all went to waste. He can sense the demon's key within him still. The Oni is terrified and doesn't know what to say, but he falls to his knees in pain. It seemed like the surge of emotion that terrified him allowed Janemba to surge again for a moment, as parts of his armor glowed from within him, before coming back down when Goku cursed. Goku kneeled by him, comforting him, and telling him that if he can control that power, then he could be an awesome guy to fight. King Yama yells at Goku to not even think about it, but Goku insists on it. He's changed many people before. Vegeta, Piccolo, Tien. Hell, if he can do it, he's gonna try it with Majin Buu. King Yama knows he can't really stop Goku, and the other world had eventually come back to normal. Plus, the Oni was definitely fired. Finally, Yama allows it. But if anything happens to the living or the dead realm because of it, then it's up to Goku to stop it. The Saiyan agrees. The Oni doesn't have much of a choice, as Yama says that it's better than having him living in danger of becoming Janemba randomly again. Being with Goku will be his punishment. Vegeta can't believe it. Kakarot is an idiot. Then again, he did do the same for him. The two say goodbye to each other, as Vegeta truly thinks this will be the last time he sees Kakarot. This little adventure left an impression on Yama, which informs his decision to later bring back Vegeta in order to help Goku against Super Buu. The threat of Buu is still going on Earth, So Goku grabs onto the Oni and teleports to the Kaioshin realm to find Gohan. Once there, Shin and Kibito ask who he is. Goku facepalms, realizing that he never really asked for his name. The Oni looks to the ground, introducing himself as Psyche, short for psychedelic. Kibito is mad that he brought another being to the sacred realm without permission, but Goku said that he's just as powerful as Buu. In fact, he just got done defeating him. If he can control his power, then he could help in the future too. If Buu doesn't kill them, that is. Gohan's mouth hangs open. He just brought another evil demon here? Like they don't have enough problems? So that must have been the power he felt. Psyche is sad. He doesn't want to be an inconvenience, but Goku slaps his back, saying that it'll be okay, he's gonna teach him real good. The war continues as normal from there, with the Psyche demon trying to wrap his head around all of the craziness going on. After the Z-Sword breaks and Gohan is stuck sitting in front of the Kai, Goku gets bored and starts to slowly train the Oni. He makes very little progress, as he doesn't want him transforming by accident. First, he needs to teach him the basics. He knows what Ki is, of course, but it's not like he can really use it. He can't even fly. It all begins there. If he can control his Ki and his emotions, then he will be able to control Janemba for sure. At least, Goku theorizes. The training continues until Goku is forced to go down to Earth with the Potara, Gohan having been defeated. The Oni is left with the Kais. He had started to like Goku, and over time rooted for him. When Vegeta showed up on Earth, he cheered for him even louder. Were they gonna do it? Was Gogeta gonna show up again? Part of him was terrified of that, but watching Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, and the others battle was something incredible. Goku actually believed he could get to that point? He barely even remembered what it was like to be Janemba. Goku and Vegeta take less time fusing, since Vegeta had already done it before. Even so, he isn't a fan, especially with the concept of being fused forever. When Vegeta is born, the Oni is surprised that he looks different. He would assume that it would be the same, but this one was just as cool. That sword? Man, he had to steal that. The teen caught himself. Only a few hours ago, he had just been interested in music, but after hearing Goku believe in him like no one else had before, the concept of martial arts actually began to excite him. The battles against Majin Buu continued, with the Oni getting quite invested in the battles, especially since, the universe depended on it. The battles culminated in Goku, Vegeta, Mr. Satan, Dende, and B teleporting to the Kaioshin realm. Psyche asked if that was it. Was Buu gone? Goku quickly got up and shook his head. Kid Buu immediately appeared before them, as hard fought as ever. Though the Kais teleported away, they accidentally left behind Satan and Psyche. The terrified Oni did what he could to stay hidden as long as he could, alongside Mr. Satan. Buu was an incredible fighter. If his Janemba form was as impressive as Goku said, then perhaps he could take inspiration from it, if he survived. Eventually, Kid Buu spat out Fat Buu, which Janemba looked at. It kinda reminded him of his first form, whatever little he remembered of that. Psyche wondered what the hell was going on with Goku ripping his shirt off and floating up to the sky to create some sort of ki ball. Psyche assumed that this was his finishing move, but he was wondering why he wasn't throwing it right away. Vegeta told him to be quiet and give whatever little energy he had. He did as told, but it wasn't much. Vegeta shook his head in disappointment. But something happened. The Genki Dama was massive, especially thanks to Satan's help in getting energy from Earth. But King Kai spoke to Goku. King Kai explained that Otherworld was trying to get him Genki, but because of the Janemba situation, souls were still lining up. Many were injured and there wasn't enough for them to give. If only they could get the Otherworld's power, then it would surely be enough to defeat Buu. So, it's my fault? The universe is gonna be destroyed because of me? Psyche balled up his fist. He had to do something, anything. Conjuring up courage, he quickly ran to Kid Buu, who looked at him in confusion and simply slapped him away. Vegeta called him an idiot as the prince burst forward as a Super Saiyan, keeping Buu occupied. They bought themselves some time. Vegeta began to scream in pain as Buu beat him over and over again, senselessly. Goku tried to tell Vegeta to get away, but there was nothing he could do. That's when Psyche, focusing on Buu with anger behind every breath, Psyche could see himself inside his mind, standing before a giant cage. The first time he saw it was when he became Janemba. He didn't expect to see it so soon again, but he needed to help Goku. This guy was willing to forgive him for what he did and train him to get better. The whole universe relied on him. He couldn't fail them. He closed his eyes as he felt as if some souls escaped from that cage. Now, in the outside world, a dark purple aura expanded on him. A tail slammed on the ground and a roar caught the attention of Buu. The Majin smirked at the appearance of this new demon. Janemba quickly burst forward, slashing across the sky, unleashing a burst of red orbs. Buu easily dodged in between each of the slashes, springing with his elastic body right in front of Janemba. He blew raspberries at his face, kneeing him in the stomach. Janemba was hurt, but he grabbed Buu's leg and threw him up to the sky. He quickly grabbed a rock on the ground and morphed it into a spike that pierced through Buu in the sky. Buu simply slid down the spike, blasting Janemba as he rushed down, but Janemba saw that incoming, opening a portal in front of him and behind Buu, making him blast himself. Buu simply burst backwards through the portal and appeared right in front of Janemba. They continued the clash. While Goku was surprised by this display, this gave Vegeta a chance to be moved away by Mr. Satan, but now Goku couldn't fire the Spirit Bomb. He didn't have enough Genki, and Buu was moving around too much. Vegeta tried to yell at Janemba to calm down and drag Buu to the Spirit Bomb, but the demon wouldn't listen. Kid Buu focused in on Vegeta again, grabbing him by the back of his head and using him as a human shield. Vegeta closed his eyes, getting ready to be attacked by him, but to his surprise, as he got close, Janemba appeared behind Buu and slashed with his swords, cutting Buu's body and freeing Vegeta. Janemba kicked Buu away, but before he could go after him, Vegeta yelled at him to calm down and give Kakarot energy. Fat Buu stood himself up and decided to help, keeping Kid Buu away. Janemba wouldn't listen, smirking at Vegeta and creating a key ball against his chest. Right before he was blasted away, Vegeta cursed out, damning Janemba. To his surprise, this actually stopped him, as his armor-like body began to shatter slightly. Vegeta realized this and continued to curse at him. Janemba kept on breaking apart when Vegeta said, "Listen, you moron, Kakarot saved you for some reason. Don't make him regret it. Clearly you're more sentient than you were before." Janemba continued to stare down at Vegeta, though slowly calming down. Kid Buu burst towards them once more, with Janemba opening his mouth and firing one giant beam that forced Buu to regenerate. In that instant, Vegeta grabbed Janemba's arm and lifted it up to the sky. "If you want to prove yourself to Kakarot, then do it now!" Janemba roared as his Genki left his body, just as Buu finished regenerating. The Spirit Bomb expanded in size by quite a bit, the energy from those evil souls within Janemba allowing Goku to unleash it on Majin Buu as he asked King Yama for him to return one day. Perhaps they could train together too. The Genki Dama left the atmosphere, the danger of Majin Buu finally neutralized. For a second, it seemed like Psyche was in fact in control of Janemba, but as soon as Buu was gone, he roared again, cackling at the defeat of this adversary. He slapped Vegeta away and raised his sword up to the sky. Goku landed in front of him, trying to get him to calm down, telling him that Buu is gone. He can go back to normal now. It seemed like Janemba wasn't going to stop, but Vegeta continued to curse, slowing him down. Goku used this chance to keep talking to him, finally calling him by his name and telling him that it's thanks to him that Buu was defeated. He was right after all in asking King Yama to let him stay with him. His power was great, he just needed to learn to control it. Right, Psyche? Janemba perked up when he heard his name, steam coming out of him. His body solidified, turning into stone as it began to show. It was difficult, but from the Janemba shell, the young demon broke free. Psyche fell to his knees, extremely tired. Goku could rest, placing a hand on his shoulder as he gave Vegeta a thumbs up. Peace had returned. Thanks to the Namekian Dragon Balls, Earth was returned and its people revived. Goku and the others teleported to Earth, reuniting with their friends. Fat Buu surprised them, but the young kid was also a surprise. Goten and Trunks actually recognized him from his ki, having sensed him while Gotenks defended the world from the dictator. They got on guard, with the Oni cowering in fear, making the kids stop. Goku explained just who he was and why he was there. Piccolo facepumped. Not only did he bring back Buu, but a whole nother dangerous demon? Goku promised that he won't be any issue. He thinks he'll be even stronger by training with him. Chi-Chi looks at him worried. He's definitely a delinquent. Goku had thought about leaving to train him at the lookout, but since he had just been brought back to life, it would probably be better to actually spend time with his family. Chi-Chi says that he can stay with them, at least until he finds a place to stay. Goku and the Oni's stomach growl, with Chi-Chi rolling her eyes and announcing that everyone needs to get ready for some Paotsu cooking, in order to celebrate. A lot of people there are grossed out by the idea, such as Bulma, but the Sun family couldn't be happier. Goku and the Z-Fighters burst away as Goku carries Chi-Chi, not realizing that Psyche was left at the lookout, since he can't fly yet. Goten, however, remembered, appearing to grab his arm and carry him away. Psyche shakes in fear as he holds on tight. Goten tells him that he must be really strong for his dad to choose him to train, and he's excited to learn from him too. Goten calls on Nimbus and tries to give it to Psyche, but he falls right through it, nearly crashing on the Lance of Korin. But Goten saves him. He's surprised that he can't ride it. He seems like a nice guy. Psyche laughs, saying that it's probably all the evil souls within him. Goten looks at him funny, with a little bit of concern, but he dismisses it, saying that he looks forward to having another older brother. Hearing Goten happily talk about seeing what he can do made him excited too. Yesterday, Psyche was just an overglorified janitor in Otherworld. Now he was going to train to become a hero? Yeah, he was excited for these future heights. And that's where we'll leave off for today. So, thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode in the comments below. Again, let's try to get this video to 4,000 likes. And share with your friends who like Dragon Ball. A huge thank you to the patrons of the channel. It's always thanks to you guys that I can get these videos out. Patrons can watch videos like this early, and even a patron exclusive series, What If Bulma Married Goku? Part 2 is coming soon. Part 2 of Janemba is out right now on Patreon, and I'm hoping to keep the ball rolling for Part 3 onwards. Thank you to the patrons of the channel: Daruv, Awasti, The Shadows, Anders Wallen, NSman1, Chandler Draws Things, Tusky59, Indigo Saturn 64, Earth Dragon, Gerald Smith, Jake King, Softer Cat, Arvin Selman, Faffing About, Kitsune Jester, Kaiju Monarch, Shadow Paradox, Eric Jenkins, Evan Webb Stewart, Losayan997, Orange Crimsicle, Chris Macareno, Mao Lick, Daddy, Cyber Samurai, Ryan Wilpula, BeastieMan420, Akko, D-Man for Life, Blaze9526, Chris PlayStation CK, Freeflow Highway, Jamie Pollard, Mystic Angel, Shane K, True Lightning Striker, Ghost 1571, Trent Rules, D-Man Plays 22, Jim G, Jerome Foster, Salil Paranjape, Keith Grimes, Dreadpool, and Samuel Randall. Thank you guys for your support as always. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to check out my other videos, subscribe, all the good stuff, and until we meet again. See ya!